Welcome to Academic Web Services Training. I am your host, David Pinter. And what we're going to be talking about today is creating background colors for individual cells and tables. Now, here we have a Word document, and this particular table here has more of a pinkish, reddish color background. But when it got converted to an EPUB, the background color was missing. But that's okay. We can add color in here in the editor in Calibre. So let me basically show you how to do that. The first thing that we need to do is we need to isolate and find exactly where this particular table is located in the HTML code here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the Word employees and just somewhere here, just click inside near the top, right here, so we can see exactly what table number. And it's showing here that it's table _6. And since it's only one gigantic cell, it's telling us here that this TD _44 is the actual name of the cell that we want to color the background of. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at that, TD44, and I'm going to go up here to the style sheets and we're going to look up TD44. And what you can tell right here is that it has a display, text align, and so forth. But you notice it doesn't have anything about color, so that for some reason on the conversion was never taken into account when it got converted. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to take a look at some code to add in here, just to basically copy and paste. Notice that it does have some padding here, a 0.5 EX and a 5.4 point, and it does not have a semicolon on the end of it. When working with CSS, sometimes the last line of every element here, and this is right before the closed bracket, as you can see, will not have a closing semicolon, but that's okay. There's not one here, there's not one here, but if we place anything underneath that line, we'll have to add a semicolon to this as well. So let me show you some code that we're going to be working with. And notice right here that we have a cell. This is cell 21, but we do have a background color and padding. So if you want to even adjust your padding on a table or a cell, we can do that as well. So we'll just copy both in here. So I'm going to just come over here and copy this code here. Copy. And we're going to come down here, and since we have padding selected in this document here that we just copied, I'm just going to just overwrite this one completely here, like this, and just hit paste. Like that. And you can notice immediately the table took on the color that we're looking for. Now, if you do want to have additional padding around the wording here to make it look a little bit more stylized, we can do that. So I'm going to just change these all to 20 points. So all sides of the table will have that spacing around it, including the bottom. And how you can recognize that when you have the padding with 4 numbers like we have here, this is the top, this is the right, this is the bottom, and the last one is the left side. So top, it just kind of goes like in a clock formation. Top, right, bottom, and left. So if I wanted to increase the left side a little bit more, I would just take this one and just change it to, say, for instance, 40, and then we'll have a much larger gap on that left side. Now, if we want to target individual cells in a table, what we can do is come up here a little bit. We notice we have this gigantic table, and say for some reason we needed to have this particular cell behind these words with the same information. Well, the first thing that we need to do is we need to target what cell it is. But we also sometimes need to know what table we're working on as well. So let me go to the very top of we know this is a cell 40, okay? But we also wanted to see what table that we're working with. So I'm going to go all the way to the top of this table, and then again click somewhere up here near the word subtopic like that. So we're at the very top of the table because there's a lot of text and HTML coding in here. So we're looking at table number 5. All right. So if we come over here, we'll just take a look at table number 5 for a moment. Right here, table number 5. It's showing that it does not have any coloring behind it at all because you can see that there isn't any. But it does have a border, and the border is a solid 1 point all the way around. So that's good to know. So let's go back down to the bottom, and let's select this here. And then again, we're talking about, and I always want to make sure you look at your words here. Okay, so the participants, that's where that cell is. Okay, so we're looking at TD40. So let's go back to TD40. Okay, and here it is here. And it's telling you that all the way around this block, it does have 1-point borders. And it also has some padding as well. But we're not going to mess with the padding. This time we're just going to change this to background color. So if we go back to our little snippet of code, I'm just going to take that line of code here, copy it, and then paste it in. Now you notice that this last line here does not have a semicolon, but I want to paste it after that. So I'm going to just put a semicolon in there, hit return, and then paste that in. Okay. What you'll know immediately is that on the right side now we have a specified cell with that particular color. So that's it. That's basically changing background colors inside of Calibre.